have you ever thought that we might be near Armageddon? It sounds crazy. I hope I'm full of shit at this point in time, but the way things are going, fuck. I had to ask ChatGPT, what would be a good name for a stream. So I decided to go with, because AI is now making me dumber, because I literally can go here and it gives me a better result than Googling things half the time, which is interesting. Now, what is fucked? I'll show you what I think is fucked. I know it's not the price of cryptocurrency. It's not the stock market. It is. Get rid of that audio. This is fucked. Oh, it's even lower. Last time I checked, it was negative 3.69. Now, am I really going to talk about buying cryptocurrency? Because at this point in time, I just hope that I am seeing things that aren't there. I'm hoping that I'm seeing patterns and trends that, just shouldn't be there. And maybe I'm, one of those crazy conspiracy theorists with the tinfoil hat on, and you shouldn't listen to me. But the more I've let things go, the more I've not been proven right, but I've seen things. Like, remember that song, It's a Damn Shame? They just want to have total control. Well, at this point in time, we're looking at cryptocurrency, and we are seeing fuck knows what's going on. Like, I'm seeing this shit here now. Before I get into Armageddon, this came out more recently, so I've been doing some other stuff, and so we're looking at G20 adopts IMF, FSB. Excuse me, not the Russians one, not the Financial Security Board or something like that, an International Monetary Fund, and G20, whatever, synthesis paper on crypto regulation. Now, it basically goes on to explain, that I'm pretty sure this is what cryptocurrency was designed for from its inception, to be fucking globally regulated by unelected bodies like the IMF and the SFB to dictate how you can use your cryptocurrency, whether it be DeFi or on a centralized exchange or whatever other terms they're going to start to create and impose upon you, whatever jurisdiction you're in. Who cares, right? Who cares? Because at this point in time, it just feels like it's just another thing that I did not vote on, and yet I am being subject to. Whether that be how far do I go back? Whether that be as far back as various medical treatments, which companies and governments all decided that we all must have because of why? Because of the mainstream media and the mainstream media's ability to tell us all what we should think. Now, that's a fucking joke. I'm sorry, but full-grown men and women who can't think for themselves, who have to be told via hypnotic messaging what you should think, because if you don't follow the trend, you are wrong. Okay? I'm fucking sick of it. I'm fucking so fed up with it. And I'm like, okay, I'll just ignore it. I'll ignore it. And I get an email, phone call. Oh, you're fired because, you didn't get the fuck. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? So you're going to impose this upon me. Okay. And then before that, what have we seen? Endless wars. What did we see? 9/11. Now, you could argue one way or the other. Maybe you think it was allowed to occur. Maybe it was just pure incompetence by fucking various agencies who should be all over this shit. Similar in nature to go back in time to Pearl Harbor. Fast forward in time, relative to that timeline, similar to the fucking attack on Israel from Hamas or whoever the fuck those militants were, right? And then we see now, moving now from this point in time, going back to crypto, we're seeing coordinated, unelected bodies decide to tell us how we should all, engage with crypto. What crypto? They're telling us. They're telling everyone around the world who actually understands crypto what crypto is and how you should use it, how you should apply it. Now, I can understand from maybe a tax point of view, a legal point of view, whether or not it's your property, things like that. Maybe that should be answered. Maybe that should be answered before they start fucking telling everyone how it should and shouldn't be regulated. Now, you see there is a bunch of projects that might get fucked up the ass because they may not be able to be used in some jurisdictions, right? Now, it's not just one, it's multiple projects that currently exist. Maybe bullshit laws come out and they say this is regulated under XYZ, and they implement that and they roll it out, not from one jurisdiction, but from the group, the G20. And they decide, now I shouldn't rip into this article, because it's like trying to don't shoot the messenger. But to see this and be told, back to the beginning of this stream, that G20 adopts IMF FSB synthesis paper on crypto regulation. So I'm being told from the IMF, the International Monetary Fund, who work with the Bank of International Settlements, how cryptocurrency should be treated. Oh my God, how far have we come in cryptocurrency? And now we're getting told that the IMF and FSB and BIS are intervening with cryptocurrency. Now, are they the same people that have sat at the head of the fucking world for the longest time while war after war gets rolled out? What happens? Isn't one of these groups they get together and they talk about shit, right? Good. Okay, that's fine. They talk about stuff. Cool. Right. Now, how has it made my life better? Oh, I've seen, at one stage I couldn't even fucking travel because no country knew what the fuck was going on. And crazy people that told you, oh, this looks like bullshit. Maybe, just maybe, we should not give up our freedoms. Maybe, just maybe, we should question some fucking science here. No, you can't have that. No, because the fucking telly told you, right? And the scientists told you, right? And the same ones now are turning around and saying, but we're not sure. Oh, it was a mistake. Oh, the certain, efficacy rates, over time were proven factually. So YouTube, you can check this. I'm not making this shit up. You can factually check me. And if you decide to put a strike on this, so be it. But you will be incorrect. And walking into fucking Armageddon, I hope that you have this on your soul if Armageddon actually fucking comes. Because I am starting to think that, maybe, just maybe, sitting back in my own little bubble, observing the fucking lunacy, how the world is insane, the insane asylum, which is planet Earth, I'm starting to think we are trying to destroy ourselves. Now, we're either going to destroy ourselves through some sort of global war that takes us back to the Stone Ages, or it will be some other method whereby humanity itself is just stripped away. And to avoid the Great War, we need to give up all our freedoms. We need to, not engage with cash or cryptocurrency. Just submit to a fucking one world government ruled by the IMF and the FSB and the fucking BIS and whatever other global body is in power. And if you don't listen to them, you'll be treated the same way that people were treated in the peak of, in some countries, the pandemic, where, the police force, I'm not even sure they were the actual police force at that time. They technically could have been falling under a special police force, a special pandemic police force, who had special powers to, eradicate fucking people who do not comply with words. With words that were spoken from authoritative individuals who we give power to, but yet we have no ability to tell them that their shit's wrong. We have no ability to tell them these fucking wars are fucked. We have no ability to tell them, did you know, have you ever thought about these insane policies that you decide to roll out, whether it be financial or military or scientific? Do you ever think that just maybe, you are the reason the planet is like this? Now, I don't have the fucking answer, because I sit back and think about this shit and going, what the fuck? How could you, like, both sides, like, you can't just be openly for 100% one side or the other side and not realize just maybe there could be fault here or there, just a tiny bit. At least acknowledge it, right? Some people, they won't, and it's like fucking lunacy, because we're seeing like shit like this is an actual article. This is fuck. Like, they're saying they're worried about fucking these. I don't want to say that. Calling a day of that. Like, what the fuck? I don't want. And then it's like, okay, if I say that, if you're against that, somehow you're like, I don't know, racist in some way, shape or form. You know. Meanwhile, we have like women being crushed by males, and it's like, where's the logic in that? Like, okay, maybe if it's a sport where you use like a tool, like it's art, you know, who can create the best art? Okay, that's maybe okay. Maybe the voice might sound a bit different, or you know, the height might be a bit different. But when it comes to like brute strength, maybe just maybe you shouldn't have fucking women versus men. I don't know. Maybe that's too logical. So meanwhile, we're all fighting over this bullshit. That's just one small example. Or we're fucking fighting about cryptocurrency and some fucking who's going to rule over us. And meanwhile, there's like actual fucking, I don't know what you'd call this. Like after, like this song is very relevant. And I like how it, I don't know if anyone else noticed that, like 3:16. Maybe that's reference to like some biblical stuff. But so is this like fucking the end times? Like we're saying like this, like I'm not the only one that can see this shit. Is North Israel fears a growth of war that engulfs all of the Middle East? What the fuck does that mean? Think about it. Just pause. Think about, okay, cryptocurrency, whatever fucking political ideology shit bullshit you think of, like why you disagree with someone else, basically. Like why how could you like that type of fucking M&M? What the fuck? Are you insane? This is the best flavor M&M. You fucking and then we see, okay, so we're all fighting over this bullshit, and cryptocurrency generally speaking is down a bit. Prices are up. Inflation. So shit you want to buy is harder to buy. The answer, earn more. You know, can we all do that? Maybe not. Cryptocurrency can provide some freedoms, you know, like if you get in early, or you're a fucking founder, or you're an early adopter, you know. Think about, you know, very early holders of Bitcoin, if they held it till now. We all know the story. Now, so some people maybe have that level of wealth, and then others don't. Others are trying to achieve that because they just fucking want to escape. They think they're going to escape this fucking hellhole. They think they're going to escape the prison planet. I've got news for you. No one's escaping this fucking prison planet. You might have a fucking golden plain and an oasis, right? At some point in time, your fucking food supplies may run out, or you might need some fertilizer, or you might need to venture into the fucking Mad Max fucking zones that could possibly exist after a fucking near extinction level war. Now, again, I hope this is wrong. But I cannot help but see how this has been building up. Think about what happened during the fucking pandemic, right? Some people were talking about. Some people were preparing for this, and some people were just blindly, like, they were doing the right thing and they were following all the proper guidance. That's fine, but that is a different play if you're trying to fucking, like the song says, just trying to have total control. Like, if you're trying to have total control over everything, do you really fucking care about cryptocurrency? You might care about the dollar because everything's basically priced in the fucking dollar eventually. But do you care about, if you're trying to control the entire fucking planetary supply of everything, it's almost like you would distract everyone with little bullshit. You go, oh, let's make this fucking cryptocurrency game. Let's pour some people who, for some reason, like it into this pen. Let's hoard some people into the fucking, the real estate market. Let's hoard some people into stocks. Let's hoard some people into, make them entrepreneurs. Let's hoard some people into the performance game. Let's put them into universities and pit them against each other and play the power game and see who can get fucking promoted and who can earn the most money. All sorts of shit. Who can have the most successful children? Some people might think who can have the most successful bloodline. And the only way, zero-sum games is to pit each other against each other for competition. Now, healthy competition is fine, right? It gives you, does it give you meaning? Does it give you purpose to be able to, compete and go, I have more fucking funds than this other person. I have more fucking money. I have better bloodline. I have better fucking genome. I have better capabilities, Think about militaries and shit like that. Now, while most people aren't playing this game, to that level, to the highest level, because they can't, because they're not a fucking entire country or some shit. They're not like a fucking bloodline of animals trying to rule us all. We have normal people and they're just struggling, working. They've got kids, paying off their fucking bills, doing what they can. Maybe they got some investments, good on them. It's good. Maybe they become serial entrepreneurs and they reach levels of wealth more than a homeless person, Good. Hurrah. Congratulations. You win. You win the game of Monopoly that you think you're playing. It's like, meanwhile, your game of Monopoly that you're playing, you don't realize there's like another side game going on. It's like, where the fuck did the money come from? You ever read the rulebook? When you run out of money, you just write some bits of paper and you use that as money. It's like, hang on. So I'm playing by the rules and I'm issued a certain amount of money in this fucking game, and the bank can just print infinite fucking money? This is what you're telling me? Like, this is fair? Okay, fine. Oh, and how does one get lots and lots of money? Oh, let's have a look. And see, I'm in two minds here because I can't see this war going away. And I can honestly see, and you could say, oh, it's a fear because you're focusing all your energy on the fear, whatever. But a war that engulfs all of the Middle East, which does what? They're talking about all of the Middle East. And then what is that? What is that definition? Is that not a world war? If already Ukraine and that war's going on and all the media hype about that. Add to that the instability of, this area. Add to that all the weaponry that exists over there. How does Iran act? How does Hezbollah and Lebanon act? If Israel just, I don't know, whatever happens to the Gaza Strip. And then it goes into the humanitarian side, And then it goes into what other countries are going to do. This is the fucking shit show. And then we have here, people are saying, people are that one side saying maybe people should evacuate ahead of possible ground assault, and then you see others saying people are saying don't evacuate, and then they're saying fucking that one, and then we're saying that one. It's like, think of the ratio. You know, we're all good at ratios. Think about ratios of a population and how many could be unfucking hinged. Like, what the fuck? Not to mention, people could be mentally unstable and things like that. And this is probably not helping their mental health, thinking about these things, because you should just say, oh, it's okay, it's fine. It's like, oh, it's okay, it's just a mushroom cloud. No biggie. No biggie. You know? Now, I'm speaking from Australia, so it's very far away, you know? But what about if these sorts of things, world wars kick off, and what's going to happen? This is me being selfish. What's going to happen to my supply line? Where am I going to get my shit from? It's already fucked. There's going to be a fucking war for water, clean fucking water in the future. Yeah, I'm kidding? The way we're going, fuck. Now, let's go back to crypto, alright? Because I've just rambled on about Armageddon-esque type shit. And no one's gonna fucking listen. No one cares. Note. Anyway, this one's IMF FSB paper calls for crypto regulation not banned. Again, when did I vote for the IMF or the FSB to tell me, you know, how I should be treating my crypto? Like, it's just, we almost like being slaves. We like being told what to do. We like not thinking and just being treated like fucking children. We're in a nanny state, a nanny nation, nanny fucking planet. Anyone who talks back, you know, gets crushed. And then if you get really big, right, and you really you have some clout behind you in the World Stadium, you get absolutely fucking crushed. What happened to Assange? Wasn't he a journalist? And he was just like exposing potential war crimes or something like that. Imagine if there was a journalist like Assange and pointed out that, you know, maybe this virus was overblown, or maybe there was evidence suggesting it came from a lab, or maybe there was evidence suggesting XYZ, you know, which later turned out to be actually factual. Imagine if they were treated like Assange was. Imagine if it was a citizen journalist who had the fucking cure for the whatever, and no one would listen to them because, you know, they haven't got the microphone. They haven't got the fucking center stage. They haven't got the voice to be heard. And why is that? Because they're not the fucking mainstream media. And the mainstream media has all of the fucking clout at this point in time. Now we're seeing the shift away slowly as the ages change and the demographics change. We're seeing the shift toward, you know, people watching podcasts, people watching, you know, different online channels. Maybe the information is not as vetted, quote unquote vetted, as, you know, the online media, original media, classical media, dinosaur media, I don't know what you want to call it, mainstream media. Maybe it's not quote unquote as vetted as they are, but as we've seen, they can get it wrong too. You know, have you heard the saying, don't always trust what you read in the fucking newspaper? Fuck. Anyway. Where was I? Yeah, here. Okay, so let's have a look at the IMF FSB synthesis paper. Here's a few. We got the World Bank, we got the IMF, we got the standard setting bodies, we've got, like, these are the people who are going to tell you how you can use crypto in the future. And I'm pretty sure there's an open discussion quote unquote discussion. And I really hope people are going to write replies. There's one for the fucking IRS. I think there's 2 for the SEC. I don't know. I've lost track. There was ones here in Australia. I tried. I pushed. I think we pushed back a little bit. However, ultimately, when you think about it, if larger bodies like the IMF and the FSB and the BIS come through and decide to tell you this is how cryptocurrency is going to work, then the puppeteer are going to then follow, the lead, like fucking the Pied Piper, and we're just the rats. Well, they're just the rats, hypnotizing us all with their wonderful melodies. Now, this is great. This is how long I've been rambling for, about 46 minutes. Again, this is fear porn. The US military deploys 4, it's maybe not fear porn, but 4 B-1B Lancers, heavy bombers to the UK amid growing global instability. Think about it, right? You're sitting back at your computer and you're following whatever team you like in your favorite sport, or you're dealing with some stresses at work, or you're dealing with some fucking, whatever. Maybe you're fucking homeless. Maybe you got no money. Maybe you're in jail. Maybe you're locked up. Maybe you're mentally retarded and you fucking, that is your life, We should be so lucky that we are as healthy as we all are. Now, and then what happens if, something goes wrong, or I don't want to say it. Like, what if this war escalates? I guess what if the war escalates, and then other countries get involved, and then what if it escalates way beyond the ability and capabilities of everyone else's militaries in position? Then what? And everyone gets fucking wiped out. And you're sitting around and you're hoping, you're fucking hoping that your local police force are going to protect you if there's fucking civil unrest in the streets. And then if you get told, if you think in your mind, maybe, just maybe, you should learn some, I don't know, fucking boxing or something, or learn, some hunting skills, gathering skills, or learn how to be self-sufficient, you're some crazy fucking loon bird. Or learn how to be financially self-sufficient, so maybe you can hire a bunch of bodyguards or something, which will probably eventually turn on you. Or in times of like fucking, like Mad Max times, I don't know. Is that coming? I mean, I'd hope not. I don't want to. I honestly think that a part of government's role is to keep the population calm. Because imagine if you turn on your TV, right, and you've got science, like top level scientists, telling you about the potential diseases that could be out there, and telling you how every day they've got entire teams. There's a book about this shit. There's many books, and how they're actually concerned. Something crazy could come along and fuck everyone up. You'd be fucking paranoid. You wouldn't want to leave your house. You'd have all the fucking masks. You'd be walking around in a spacesuit. And then what if and then you change channel, and you got someone telling you how, I don't know, how dirty shit, how germs operate, and telling you how, and then change the channel, he's telling you how how close the world is actually to some insane escalation. You'd be fucking running you'd be like these insane preppers, right? Wouldn't you? I don't know. Maybe you wouldn't. Maybe you'd just be like a blob, like the dodo bird, and just be like, who cares? Nothing will happen. That was weird. my user, that was fucking weird. All right. Anyway, so They're like so on the eve of destruction. Alright, that's about all I've got, man. Like, honestly. How much can one's mind take? Tis the question. Tis the fucking question. Oh my god. And look at this one. The fucking French teacher stabbed to death by man shouting, like, please tell me, like, fuck no, I don't want. Israeli embassy employee attacked in Beijing. What the fuck is going on, man? Like, dude, the world, like I keep saying, the world's fucked. It's just so fucked. And you try and fix it, and all we get, instead of the world being better, we get worse and worse and worse. So while we're all worrying, I've been sick for like fuck knows how long. It's really frustrating. So it's like I have the world's worries on my shoulder, but like I'm powerless. I just have to sit back and watch it. Like I'm powerless to see like the inability of individuals to get together, like across all of cryptocurrency, and just fucking address the fuckery that's going on with the IRS, the SEC. But some will, majority won't. Majority are too busy fucking trying to shill fucking trading platforms or fuck knows what. Or telling you how fucking perfect the world's gonna be. Without telling you how cryptocurrency is gonna fucking moon soon. Moon soon. That sounds funny. Meanwhile, we're all worried, like, everyone's doing all their own fucking thing, and then these fucking towns are being leveled. Wasn't there a fucking war in Syria not that long ago? And like, there was before and after images of what was left of that. And isn't there currently ongoing battles in Ukraine? And isn't there ongoing battles now in this area of the world? I bang my head. I honestly do. I don't know how to fix it. It's a damn shame what the world's come to. People like me, people like you. I could just wake up and not be true. Put it in. Alright, let's play this, and I want to close out because fuck. Hopefully that's being picked up. I ain't fucking know at this point in time. Desktop audio. Hang on. It's probably echoing madly.
I see the light of the world as it beams. I see the sin, I see the man, I see the wounds in the palm of his hand. I see the sacrifice that he made for us. Jesus fell so we could stand. I see the plan, it is begun. I see the damage that Satan has done. I see the serpent just putting in work, and I see that he just can't compare to the sun. I see the lust, I see the hate, I see the money that people have made. I see the greed and all that it brings. I see the time that it tested my faith. I see the pain, I see the loss. I see my Savior just hang from a cross. I see the money I spent just to flex. Thought I was a boss. I see the waste, I see the pride, I see the fear in society's eyes, searching for leaders so they can mislead us. I see all the times that we fail when we try. I see the children are being abused, see them ignore it, it's not on the news. I see the island, I see the plane, I see the logs that they will not explain. I see the names, we know who they are.
What the fuck do you think is coming?
I see confusion, I see flaws.
24 hours. Do you think I'm fucking kidding? What the fuck?
I see a God that don't want you to suffer. I see the team, I see the huddle, I see your burden, but I see you tougher. I see the wars, I see the tanks, I see corruption, and I see the banks. I see the
think about it. Do you really think someone's coming to save us all if you're not going to save yourself? You're gonna sit around and wait? You think the fucking, aliens gonna come down from the fucking sky and beam you up where the fucking Armageddon's hidden, and you got no water, you got no food, you got no electricity?
I see the president seen as disappointments. I seen the church and I
You
see
got no
disappointment.
means
I see the Pope,
to produce
I see the priest, I wanna
food.
see hope, but I see the beast. I see the booze, I see the drugs, I see commercials that come from the plug. I see consumers, I see the chug, I see the suits, but I see a thug. I see the charts, I see the debt, I see the printing, and I see the Fed. I see the trillions of dollars and all of the commas they dumped on the top of our heads. I see Ukraine, I see the East, see politicians are having a
This
feast.
song was
I see the
before,
homeless,
you
I see
know,
them hungry, I see
before
the tents are now lining the
Israeli.
streets. I see the farmer, I see the fields, I see the drought, I see
Hamas
the healed, I see
fucking
the lesson, I see
war.
the teacher looking for modern
Precursor
disciples
to what?
lead us.
Who
I see the
knows?
fetus, I see the ladies, I see abortion and I see the babies, I see the demons try to enslave us. I pray to Jesus, he will come save us.
I'm not gonna sit around.
We're
gonna sit around and watch the fucking crypto regulatory bodies tell us what cryptocurrency is.
I see the tongue is as sharp as a sword, ready to battle and fight for the Lord. I see the Father, I see the Son, I see that Jesus has only begun. I see the faithful, wait till he comes, he will not stop until he is won. I see the saints, I see the war, see principalities prowling the world. I see their loss, I see his game, but in the end they're proclaiming his name. I see forgiveness, I see the way, I see that he wants us to pray. Need to confess for the sin we commit, need to repent, need to obey. I see the grace, I see the mercy, I see the Lord comfort all who are hurting. I see the truth, I see the light, I see the Lord and all of his might.
Alright. I'm gonna sign out, but yeah. What I gotta say, it's not looking good. I don't think it's looking good. I don't. But fucking what do I know? What do I know? Again, this has been a very uplifting stream. I know. While I talk to you like this, I am trying to prepare myself financially the best way I can. Cryptocurrency. Is very cheap right now. What else? Yeah. What else? You know, if you have fucking a lot of money, what good is it if you can't access it? What happens if your bank gets shut off? What if the power goes out? You know? What if you go to log into your platform and you can't get it? What happens then? That'll never happen. What happened before when the stock market closed in fucking times of war?